Discussing how ChatGPT learned to stop worrying and love the data. A comedic journey into AI learning. Artificial intelligence, or AI, has become the tech world's rock star, dazzling us with its ability to write essays, crack jokes, and occasionally convince us it's human. But behind the scenes, AI models like ChatGPT aren't just born geniuses. They're more like overcaffeinated students cramming for finals. So how do these digital brainiacs learn? Buckle up, because we're diving into the hilarious, chaotic, and occasionally absurd world of AI learning. The foundations of AI learning, or how to teach a robot to stop being clueless. At the heart of AI learning is machine learning, which is basically the art of teaching computers to learn without holding their hands. Think of it as parenting, but instead of teaching a kid to tie their shoes, you're teaching a machine to write poetry. Machine learning comes in three flavors: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Let's break them down. Supervised learning, the helicopter parent approach. Supervised learning is like teaching a kid with flashcards. You show the AI a bunch of labeled examples, like pictures of cats with the word cat slapped on them, and say, "See this? This is a cat. Memorize it." The AI nods obediently, takes notes, and eventually learns to recognize cats on its own. In the case of ChatGPT, supervised learning involves feeding it mountains of text, where every sentence is paired with the next. It's like teaching a robot to finish your sentences, which is both helpful and mildly terrifying. I think we should order pizza, thanks ChatGPT. You get me. Unsupervised learning, the figure it out yourself method. Unsupervised learning is the opposite of helicopter parenting. Here you throw a bunch of unlabeled data at the AI and say, "Good luck, kid. Make sense of this." It's like giving a toddler a box of Legos and hoping they build the Eiffel Tower. For language models, unsupervised learning involves predicting the next word in a sentence or filling in blanks. It's basically Mad Libs for robots. Over time, the AI starts to notice patterns, like how peanut butter is often followed by jelly and not, say, socks, though peanut butter socks sound like a bold fashion choice. Reinforcement learning is like training a dog with treats. The AI tries something, and if it does well, it gets a virtual cookie. If it messes up, it gets a virtual timeout. Over time, the AI learns to maximize its cookie stash by doing the right thing. For ChatGPT, reinforcement learning often involves human feedback. Imagine a bunch of people sitting around judging the AI's responses like it's a talent show. Sorry, ChatGPT, but your joke about the chicken crossing the road was... Meh. Try again. The AI takes the feedback, adjusts its behavior, and eventually becomes the comedy king of the digital world. To understand how ChatGPT learns, you need to peek under the hood. Spoiler alert, it's powered by something called the transformer architecture, which sounds like a robot from a sci-fi movie, but is actually just a fancy neural network. The transformer architecture is the MVP of modern AI. It uses something called self-attention, which is like giving the AI a highlighter so it can focus on the important parts of a sentence. For example, in the sentence, "The cat sat on the mat," the AI learns to pay attention to cat and mat because they're the stars of the show. This self-attention mechanism lets the AI understand context, which is why ChatGPT can tell the difference between "I love you" and "I love you." But hint, the second one is bad news. Pre-training and fine-tuning. From jack of all trades to master of one. Training ChatGPT is a two-step process. Pre-training and fine-tuning. Pre-training is like sending the AI to college, where it reads everything from Shakespeare to Reddit threads. It learns the basics of language, like grammar, syntax, and how to roast someone in 280 characters or less. Fine-tuning, on the other hand, is like grad school. Here, the AI specializes in a specific task, like writing customer service emails or generating fan fiction. It's the difference between being a generalist and being the person who knows way too much about Star Trek lore. The role of data: garbage in, garbage out, but hopefully less garbage. Data is the lifeblood of AI learning. Without it, ChatGPT would be as clueless as a goldfish trying to solve a Rubik's Cube. But not all data is created equal. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Data collection and curation, the digital hoarder's dilemma. Collecting data for AI training is like being a digital hoarder. You need a lot of it. Billions of words from books, articles, and random internet ramblings, but you can't just throw everything into the mix. You have to clean it up, remove duplicates, and filter out the weird stuff. Looking at you, conspiracy theories. It's a tedious process, but it's worth it. After all, you don't want your AI spouting nonsense like, the moon landing was faked, and also pineapple belongs on pizza. Okay, maybe the second part is debatable. 3.2 Bias and Fairness. When the AI gets a little too human, one of the biggest challenges in AI learning is dealing with bias. Since ChatGPT learns from human-generated data, it can pick up on our biases like a parrot repeating your most embarrassing secrets. For example, if the training data is full of gender stereotypes, the AI might start spouting nonsense like women belong in the kitchen and men belong also in the kitchen because cooking is fun. Fixing this requires careful data curation and a lot of ethical soul-searching. It's like teaching the AI to be a better person, which is ironic because it's not even a person. The training process, when your computer needs a nap. Training an AI model like ChatGPT is no walk in the park. It's more like running a marathon while solving calculus problems. Here's what goes down. 4.1 Loss Functions and Optimization, the AI's report card. The AI's performance is measured by something called a loss function, which is like a report card. If the AI gets a high score, meaning a high loss, it means it's messing up. The goal is to minimize the loss, which involves tweaking the model's parameters until it gets things right. It's a lot of trial and error, like trying to bake a cake without a recipe. Maybe more flour? Wait, now it's a brick. Less flour? Computational resources, when your electricity bill becomes a national crisis. Training ChatGPT requires a ridiculous amount of computing power. We're talking about thousands of high-performance GPUs working around the clock, guzzling electricity like it's going out of style. It's the tech equivalent of running a small country's power grid just to teach a robot how to chat. Challenges and limitations, when the AI gets a little too real. Despite their brilliance, AI models like ChatGPT aren't perfect. Here are some of the challenges they face. Interpretability and explainability, the black box problem. One of the biggest mysteries of AI is how it arrives at its decisions. It's like asking a magician to explain their tricks, except the magician is a computer and the tricks involve predicting the next word in a sentence. Researchers are working on making AI more interpretable, but for now it's still a bit of a black box, or as ChatGPT might say, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Ethical considerations. When the AI goes rogue, AI models can be misused in all sorts of ways, from generating fake news to impersonating people online. It's like giving a toddler a flamethrower. Fun in theory, but potentially disastrous in practice. Ensuring ethical AI use requires strict guidelines and constant vigilance, or as ChatGPT might put it, with great power comes great responsibility. Also, please don't make me write spam emails. Future directions. Where do we go from here? The future of AI learning is bright, but it's also a little weird. Here are some trends to watch out for. Continual learning allows AI models to keep learning over time, like a student who never graduates. It's a promising direction, but it also raises questions about how much knowledge one machine can handle. Will ChatGPT eventually need therapy for information overload? Stay tuned. Few-shot and zero-shot learning let AI models perform tasks with minimal training data. It's like acing a test without studying. Impressive, but also kind of suspicious. Human-AI collaboration, the buddy cop movie we didn't know we needed. The future of AI isn't about replacing humans, it's about working together. Imagine a world where humans and AI team up to solve problems, like a buddy cop movie, but with less shooting and more data analysis. You handle the emotions, I'll handle the math. In the end, AI learning is a wild, messy, and endlessly fascinating process. From supervised learning to reinforcement learning, from data hoarding to bias wrangling, it's a journey filled with challenges, triumphs, and the occasional existential crisis. So the next time ChatGPT cracks a joke or writes a poem, remember, it didn't just magically become smart. It worked hard, made mistakes, and learned from them, just like the rest of us. And if that's not a reason to love AI, I don't know what is. Attention internet people, if you've made it this far, congratulations, you now qualify for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Smashing that like button instantly increases your coolness by 327%, scientifically unproven but spiritually accurate. Subscribing guarantees good vibes and fewer traffic jams in your life. Hitting the notification bell may or may not summon a tiny dancing robot to your home. So go ahead, click those magical buttons before they get lonely. Otherwise, a mildly disappointed virtual pigeon will be sent to stare at you judgmentally. Thanks for watching. You're awesome.